Balls out. Huh. Yo, welcome to the podcast. It's the three balls in. PJ's dropping topics, let the combo begin. Dave O's on the stats, breaking down the play. Logan's never plays, but still analyzing the way. We're talking Jubal legend. First stop the share leader, and we're not a cult. The wizard with the magic, ready to boot. Prime's the captain, without a spray. Cootie's in the kitchen, cooking up the meat. Bringing flavor to the game, never tasting defeat. Yeah, Ron's is trash, but we love to remind him. Sin's the future, but he's still a scoop. Praise the MVP, always bringing that heat. Big E's, the hugs, lift his spirits on repeat. So tune in, don't miss it. We're more than a game. In the world of Jubal, we're building our name. From the topics to the stats, we got it on lock. Three balls in, we're ready to rock.
This is TBI, Three Balls In, alongside Dave and Logan. This is PJ's. We are stoked to be back. We're ready to talk leagues. We're ready to talk Vets Rooks. We're ready to talk all things that are happening in the world of Jubal sports. Maybe a little Luka Doncic talk. Nah, we'll save that for sports radio. But let's talk about Jubal leagues, and that is the Reapers. We're now 3-1-1, coming off a loss this past week, but they are a first-place team. In second place is
the Gorillas
the
by a point differential.
And they are standing right now at 3-2. And then in third place would be the Duckies at
3-2 as well.
And then in fourth place we have the 3-3 Carnivores. And then in last place we have Blop. So Blop have been officially eliminated from playoff contention. Not saying that it's a surprise. It's just I think we expected more from that team on draft night. No?
Yeah, I mean, I think if we've learned anything, it's don't judge a season by draft night.
Yeah. For sure. Davo, your thoughts on Block being officially eliminated?
It's pretty rough for them. I mean, Prime and Yoni went undefeated, and now they're winless. Yaron hasn't won a league game in like 7 years. It's pretty rough. He's also the first QB to miss the playoffs twice.
Wow.
Rough. It's been a rough season for the Blop altogether.
And I wonder if you can go back in time, I wonder if on draft night, if Prime could redraft his team, if maybe he'd make a few changes. And, again, it's hard to say what this team needed. I mean, they definitely had heart. They have guys that are hard on that team, like Johnny Storm, like Beast. Those guys played with heart. Jordan as well. Like, you definitely have heart in that team, and you definitely have physicality when you talk about ice. Like, is there anyone more dangerous? Maybe legs, but besides their legs, like, is anyone more dangerous than ice? And you talk about finesse and speed and agility and Prime. Like, you just expected that team to bully everyone, and it looks like they're the ones who got bullied. But we don't want to talk so much about them. Let's talk about the success of the leagues this year. Now, seeding is not complete, Davo, right? Like Reapers are in first place right now, but they don't remain in first place?
They can remain in first place.
Okay.
The big game between Reapers versus Gorillas will determine essentially the matchups for the first week of playoffs, or for the first round of playoffs.
Okay.
If the Reapers win, Reapers get first. If the Gorillas win, the Gorillas get first.
Interesting.
If
they tie
and the Duckies win, Duckies get first.
Wow. Okay. And I'll keep in mind, Carnivores have played all their games. They're stuck at 3-3, and they also are
the 4 seed.
They're the 4 seed. Can that change? Can they go from 4 to 3?
No, they lose tiebreakers to everyone. Ducks and Gorillas. They can't pass the Reapers because the Reapers have that one tie.
Right.
And then Gorillas and Ducks have the tiebreaker against the Carnivores. So they are stuck at 4.
All right. Davo, anything else to add on to that?
Nope.
All right, amazing. Let's get into what I think is, I guess, our Pro Bowl, right? If you were to make a comp, like our big event of the season, like an all-star game type of thing, Vets versus Rooks. It's something we all get excited for. A few years ago, we changed the format where we had Freshies and S'mores representing the Rooks, and then we had the winner of those games, and then we had the infamous tie from a few years ago, and then we had the Vets, which is basically you have your juniors versus seniors, and the juniors the last couple of years have gotten the best of the seniors. Devo, What are our rosters looking like for the senior team?
Seniors are looking like a bunch of old men. That's usually how it goes. Seniors are looking tight. They're looking great.
But they're old.
Listen, with age comes wisdom, and
By the way, they're old, but like I'm older than most of them, so let's hold off on the old stuff.
Let's get into the senior vet team versus the junior vet team. Let's break it down line play because quarterback we're a little bit undecided on the senior vet team. Junior vet team I think is Yaronis quarterback. Let's talk about line versus line.
All right, line versus line. So for the seniors, we got Tom, Big O, Kuti, PJs, and Davo. For the juniors, we've got Solo, Legs, Beast, Sam, and Dobbs. Much respect to the two guys that I share a couch with, to my fellow sackmates, but I do have to give the advantage to the juniors there.
I think we would agree with that. Definitely advantage juniors.
For the wide receiver corners, for the seniors, we've got Mighty, Jordan, Steve-O, and MK. For the juniors, we've got Prey, Zada, myself, Tabak, Prime, Goldberg, Storm, and MK. So,
we should say MK for us.
yeah, he's on every team.
Yeah.
So anyway, again, I'm going to give the leg up. Obviously, Mighty, you're talking about a premier player there, Prey, a premier player, but I think that the juniors have the depth that the seniors may not have. So I'll give a leg up to the juniors as well.
Okay. I can't disagree with you on that one. I think the senior vet team has got to come ready to play. You can't, no turnovers. Got to play smart. Got to play hard. Like Davo said before, wisdom. You got to play with wits, and you got to make your own make mistakes. That's what it comes down to. Senior vets want to win this game. Got to cause your own to make mistakes. Davo, anything else you want to add on to this game?
I think it's going to be a battle, but
I hope so.
But the test will come down to the quarterback play. Whichever quarterback makes the least costly mistakes.
Sure.
Turnovers will happen. I think you're talking about stacked defenses on both sides, premier players, premier pass rushers, safeties, etc. So a pick will happen here, but the question is when the pick happens, where the pick happens. Are you giving short fields? Are you throwing a pick on 4th and long where it doesn't really matter anyways? These will come down. It's going to be a battle. I'm not so biased, but I'm taking the seniors. I hope we're not playing with extra points. Let's say 4-3.
Okay. All right.
Logan's gonna be like 17-0.
No, I see it going differently. I think the seniors put up a valiant effort, but I see the juniors winning this one 3-1.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the seniors have a hard time moving the ball.
So here's my question for you: who's throwing the most touchdowns for the juniors?
I would have to think it's Prey. There's a chance he plays quarterback. Look, Yaron knows he's got a short leash. He's got to prove himself.
Okay.
By the way, that being said, in last week's game when I played, Yaron in the first 3 drives threw 3 touchdowns, so he's very capable of tearing it up also. So there's no reason that Yaron can't have a good game also.
Listen, it's going to be a fun game. I think when it comes down to it, senior vets. Again, we don't know who's playing quarterback for them. I think that's a big question mark.
By the way, MK can play quarterback. I don't know why he's not, just for the record.
Well, he might. You never know. I think for me, I got to go.
By the way, we can get like Doggy out of retirement. Also, I heard he played quarterback one time.
Maybe Dorothy also, we can get him to play. Marino, listen, at the end of the day, you look at the rosters. It's not, you can't compare. Senior vets are not going to beat the senior juniors. That's what it comes down. The junior vets, they're just sorry. We're not going to, as good as I want, as much as I want to win, as much as I think we could have a shot at winning. At the end of the day, it's fool's gold to think that you're going to win. I think obviously the juniors do pull out a victory. Let's talk about s'mores or sophomores versus the freshies. Here we do know who's playing quarterback for these teams. Quarterback for the freshies is going to be none other than
the Avenger,
who had an incredible game this past Sunday. But he filled in every stat in the stat line, and then you got him going against the
formidable Dax.
who's having an incredible season. So, quarterback play, Logan. Who are you going with there?
I got to give the advantage to the guy who's done it for longer. So I'm going to get advantage Dax.
Okay. Line versus line play.
So here you've got Justin, Sharman, Daxie, and Kagan for the Rooks. The S'mores have Open, DK. I really don't have to say any more names, but Spira, Biggie, Bird, and Whiskey. And it is a clear advantage to the S'mores.
Sophomores, yeah. Not even.
Yeah, I mean, Open and DK might be. I mean, Open solo, Open DK, like that's a 6 of one, half a dozen the other argument. But like, yeah. So yeah, clear advantage to me for the S'mores.
Yeah.
And then moving to wide receiver corner for the Rooks, you got Ice, Portal, Tommy, and Blitz. For the S'mores, you got Dax, Zin, Ivry, Sting, Ernie, Rook, Waldo. Stats won't be there, but he's on the team too. So yeah, it's
it's an all-star.
it's the
game.
Devil's Row. It's again, Ice is going to do what he can to hold up that wide receiving core, but the S'mores are just so deep and have so much talent. I don't really know how you match up. I think that the Rooks in general, the S'mores version, are going to kind of rule the roost for a long time. But yeah, I have the S'mores coming over this one. I think that the S'mores punch the Rooks in the face and win 5-2.
Yeah. Tavo.
Well, my blowout's a little bit bigger than yours. I'm going to say 5-1. When you look at the core of this team, you essentially have Roll Tide, which was a fantastic team, right? You have Dax, Zin,
That's a fair point.
Ernie, Rook, Waldo, Open.
Yeah.
So how do you make them better? Oh, I know. Let's add Ivry to their core. Oh, I know.
DK.
Let's add DK. This may possibly be the most ridiculous team assembled in Jubal history. And if they lose,
Either game.
yeah, at all.
No, seriously.
I think they deserve to. I don't want to say quit, but
No, I think that the team should be disbanded.
Yeah.
If they lose either game, the team should be disbanded. Look, I agree. Like, they've got basically the core group of Roll Tide, the best one-loss team we've ever seen. And, like you said, adding, supplies, reserves, cavalry to that with DK, like,
Yeah.
it should be a blowout. Sorry, Rooks. Look, you'll put up a good battle, and I know that you guys won't go down without a swinging fight, but I don't see it happening any other way.
And I agree with my co-host here. It's a clear blowout. Sorry.
is 5 too little?
I was actually thinking 7-2.
So is it a 90-minute game, or are we going the full 2 hours?
No. I think it's 90 minutes. I don't think it's 2 hours.
I don't know.
I think that'll dictate how much they like. I don't know how many drives they'll have.
I think
but
it's 7-2.
it's 7.
Yeah.
And you think the other team will put up 2?
Yeah.
It's just a lot of touchdowns.
Ice 2 touchdowns from the Avenger. Or maybe Avenger throws one to Ice and runs one in. I don't know. That's good. And by the way,
that's a game I kind of want to watch.
By the way, for Avenger, this will be a huge test for him because that is a line of Open and DK. Jeez, I don't know any.
It'll feel like they're blitzing every down.
Open solo, Open DK. Who makes no difference there. All right, let's transition now. Next topic, and that is something we started talking about earlier today, and that is should Jubal leagues have its own category of awards, and maybe not a full-on awards, maybe just a league MVP for Jubal leagues. Boys, what do we think? Should there be a Jubal League MVP? And if there is, who will be the candidates for such an award if you did one?
So it's a little tricky because once you bring stats and awards into games, people's mindset could possibly change. But that being said, why not? Let's make people feel good. Maybe someone who didn't win the championship could win something, show that their effort was worth something. It's not necessarily a participation trophy, but something that's good. You can do offensive player, defensive player, I don't want to say consistent, like we can do like an Iron Man award, someone who showed up to every game. People get injured, people have different schedules, so someone who commits and plays all 6 games. congratulations to you, kudos to you. Obviously, an MVP is always nice. We have a few candidates off the top of my head. You can do like a Dax, Legs, Yoni Iceman is having a great season. Obviously, Prey is always in every both MVP candidate races. I think why not? You don't get a trophy, so it'll just go up on the website. Go for it, Logan.
My God. I hate it. I hate league and the idea of giving someone an Iron Man trophy for making it to all 6 games. Oh wow! Look at that. If that's the case, I'm eligible for an Iron Man trophy. That's ridiculous.
Are you running an Iron Man this year?
No, not this year. But come on, what are we doing here? You're going to give people awards for 6 games? And no, Ice can't be in the running. His team has not won 1 game yet. I don't care if he had 1,000 touchdowns. He can't be in the running. His team hasn't won anything. Literally hasn't won anything.
But they haven't lost everything.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, more awards, oh, that'll feel great. You get the 6-game award for the best defender, the 6-game award, because playoffs won't count, right? It's got to be a regular season. Anyway, I'm totally against it. I think it's silly. We have an MVP. We don't want to water down what an MVP means. It's not the guy who played the best in the bowl games, not the guy who played the best in leagues. It's the guy who, over the 20 games of Jew Ball, who played the best. We don't need anything else.
So let me ask you this in reverse. Should we have an award for the crappiest team, right? The champions should get the championship trophy, and the crappiest team should get the Sacco.
Or the
no. Yeah, I mean, I think you'd have to compare it season to season league. Yeah, we obviously know who the worst team is in this league, but you'd have to compare them to other seasons' worst teams.
Yeah, I hear that. Listen, I'm gonna take a step back here and say I'm not into offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year. I can get myself behind though, and obviously an Iron Man trophy I'm against as well. But I can get myself behind a league MVP.
I think you can.
I think I definitely can. Listen. I agree. 6 games is a small sample size, but I think again, if we're highlighting the importance of leagues in these 6 games, there should be someone who in those 6 games meets the challenge of these games, rises above everybody else, and should be praised for it. I just think it's a no-brainer to have a league MVP. Again, that player may not be eligible for Jew Ball MVP, season MVP, but this is someone who in the league stepped up the most. I mean, you're talking about the season Dax is having in leagues, 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Again, you see small sample size, 6 games, but someone like Dax, I think, would be eligible, and I'm not sure Dax would be eligible for the Jew Bowl MVP award at the end of the season. All right, well, boys, this is great to have another episode of TBI. This week, Vets Rooks, we're all playing. My season debut. Hopefully it's not my only game this year. And
hopefully it's not your only game.
Well, you'll be in the championship.
But I'm excited for this Sunday. Davo, what should they be doing?
Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.
What else?
Sign up. Not for the game. You should have done that already. If you didn't, shame on you. You're an idiot. You suck.
Tata?
You're trash. But there's a sign up for the barbecue. Guys, everyone's shipping in. Yes, we know it's Super Bowl Sunday. Yes, we all hate the Eagles. Yes, we hope the Chiefs win. Or a meteor strikes and blows up the whole stadium. But the barbecue, guys, bring something. Whether it's drinks, cups, plates, forks. Check the sign-up sheet. Be useful. Be helpful, guys. This is a family event for Jew Ball. Jew Ball is your family. Don't be a succubus. Bring something. That's it. No one cares about Tuesday Night Football.
Still going on?
I don't know.
There are Tuesdays still.
And there's night. Guys. Again.
What are we?
3 balls in.
We are now 3 balls out. Have a great week, everybody.
He's not eligible for the Jew Ball MVP award, then he's not eligible for playoffs.
All right.
If only there was a Zarda to keep track of that.
Okay. So, anyways, let's talk about something else now.
Do we have something else to talk about?
We definitely should do bloopers this episode.
I mean,
Should we do an episode with the bloopers?
Yeah, whole episode is bloopers. This is TBI 3 Balls In alongside Davon Logan. This is your host PJs. I'm so excited that TBI is back. We're stoked for a great show. Let's jump into it right away. Jewel Ball Leagues. Where are we at? Where are we going? What's happened? What's going to be next? I guess we'll start with our first place Reapers at 3-1-1, coming off a victory.
a loss.
No, PJs. Seriously. That's it for they lost the Gorillas, right?
The loss of the Ducks.
I knew that.
They got blown out by the Ducks.
The loss of the Ducks. 36-7.
Jeez. Sorry about that, guys.
Is there a question?
Yeah, we could jump in. So the line for the senior vet team looks.
I thought Dave, I thought you were gonna take that on.
Oh, I don't know. You just froze.
I know, but we didn't know when
I
to
didn't
talk
realize I
about.
said take on the line. I thought you were gonna announce the team.
It sounded like you had a question.
No, I was waiting for you to announce the team, and you were like, "Okay,
No,
well,
we're not announcing the teams.
You don't want to? I
No,
thought
we're not announcing 50 Jew ballers.
no.
I was going to go
line.
through like the 3 levels of the game.
All right, fine. So let's do it. Let's have Logan.
So I was going to announce the team.
All right, fine. Let's do this
We
differently.
don't have to.
Well, let's do this differently. All right. Let's talk about the senior vets team. Logan, let's break it down. You had the senior vets versus the junior vets, line versus line play.
All right, line I got for the seniors, and you guys obviously can correct me if I'm wrong. I got Tommy, Big O, Kuti, PJs, and Davo.
Tom.
Oh, you're right. What did I call him?
Call him Tommy.
Oh. Yeah. All right, let's do it again.
We're professional.
Do it again.
Guys, real shows do this. That's why there's tape. So come on.
Do it again. Oh,
I mean,
you just want me to go?
You think Rogan? No. I'll start off. You think Rogan's on tape? Come on. All right.
Oh, no, his is continuous. Anyway, keep
Actually,
going.
all right. I'm going not a blowout like you're saying or one score. I'm going a 4-2 victory. I didn't want to say 4-3 because that's the David.
I know, but you said not a blowout like I said. I'm also going to predict a 2-score victory, but not a blowout like you said.
I just didn't want to say 4.
You had to go like a 1 score, so maybe you could have made it 3-2, 2-1. But
I didn't want to go 5-4 again.
no, there's no way either team. We're not putting up.
All right, let's.
Balls out. Huh. Yo, welcome to the podcast. It's the 3 Balls In. PJs dropping topics.